Hi, it's Tuesday, August the 11th, and I'm here at the Halifax Shopping Centre out on a field trip today. So I thought I would share with you a few of my insights. I kind of feel like Jehovah's Witness, handing out cards and information with a smile, talking about how viruses are really given to the world. God gave us viruses to help us strengthen our immune system, really. Kind of kidding, I haven't brought the word God into it, but I am here delivering information on masks at the Halifax Shopping Centre. And overall, it's been a pretty good experience. I've made a few notes, better than I imagined, actually. Only one store in Dartmouth Crossing, that was the Aveda Spa, that refused me service. So I had given her my information and said it was illegal to refuse somebody who has a mask exemption, but she maintained that it was under direction from the Cosmetology Association. So I have contacted the Cosmetology Association of Nova Scotia and let them know it's illegal to prevent someone from shopping who has a mask exemption. So I'll keep you updated on what's happening with that. But most everyone else has been really accommodating. I don't know if you can hear me. I put the microphone in. If somebody's watching, if you can give me a thumbs up, put the microphone in because there's a lot of background noise here. But if you can hear me, I hope so. So the information I handed out, I'll show you in just a second. Actually, let me turn it around now. And let me see if I can turn this around. Here we go. So there's the Halifax Shopping Centre sign. And so this was the card, the Aveda in Dartmouth Crossing that didn't want me to come in. So I've called the Cosmetology Association, and again, I'll give you an update on that. So I visited some of my favorite stores. This is interesting at Victoria's Secrets. I don't know if you know, but some of the Victoria's Secrets products actually has a tracker in the tag, especially their bras. I watched a video about that, but I didn't try on bras. But the interesting thing is at Victoria's Secrets right now, you can't try on any of the items. So you take it home and you have 90 days then to return it. So I don't know how healthy that is, but anyway, these are the new processes that are in place. This is the information. Okay, so I did this card up on Vistaprint for myself, and I have others for my family and to pass out. But this is the website that you can have a look at, the Canadian website. And again, I just made this particular card on Vistaprint, but this is the information, I don't know if you can see it this way, that you'll find on that website for each individual province. So you can make up your own cards, you can have them printed, you can share with everyone you love, and it gives the legalities and quotes the law, the Health Protection Act, in each of the different provinces. And this was information that I handed out, so the mask safety, and also this, which I've posted many times, and introduced myself and gave them my article that I wrote, Mask Truths, at the bottom. But basically this gives businesses an out, right? It protects them against the fees or government persecution, but also gives you an out, that they'll assume if you're wearing a mask that you have a medical condition, so they won't hassle you. So it was about a 50-50 split. Half asked me to wear a mask and half didn't. So what I did was I rewarded, let's see if I can turn this around again. I rewarded the people who didn't ask me by giving them information, saying, I so appreciate that you didn't ask me about my mask, but here's an exemption and here's some place where you can find some more information. And then those that questioned me, of course, I would educate them. So there were only 2 stores here in the Halifax Shopping Centre that wouldn't allow me in. And one was the Apple store, where I had to kind of wait outside. And the other was a jewelry place. So what I did at the Apple store and the jewelry place and one other place, I think it was Victoria's Secrets. they wanted me to use the hand sanitizer. And I said, well, that's kind of crazy, right? The alcohol in that hand sanitizer. I've been in, 20 stores today, so I'm not going to use that alcohol, and it takes away bacteria. I didn't get into too deep, but I just said, I'm sensitive to chemicals, but I'd like you to try my witch hazel. So this is witch hazel. It's a rose-flavored witch hazel that I just get at the health food store. And I would share it with the girls on the door, at Victoria's Secrets or some of the other places, the jewelry store. And, they were happy with it, and they liked, my solution better than theirs. So I told them where to buy it and how to get it, and suggested it was healthier for them to use something like witch hazel and rose flavored. Women always like that. So what else do I want to tell you? At the Apple store, of course, I went to my favorite stores, but then I targeted places that said you can't enter without a mask. So I wanted to, sort of see what they would do to me if I went in. And again, there were, most places were quite accommodating. The Apple store wanted to take my temperature, with the gun here. So I said, I can't wear a mask. Here's my exemption. And I don't want to have my temperature taken there. It affects the pineal gland. And I didn't get into telling them how it's important for your spiritual awakening, and having a gun pointed at your head. It really is kind of a suggestive thing that I don't want to go there. But I did say, is there another way you can take my temperature? So the device they had didn't look like it would fit in any of my orifices, so they volunteered to take it at my wrist. Now, I've never heard of a wrist temperature reading, but anyway, it allowed me to get my screen protector from my phone, and they wouldn't allow me in the store, but they have like a little counter set up outside that I could still be served. So that's my Apple story. I don't know if you can hear me, if you have any questions. I'm assuming I'm live. So if you can hear me, maybe you can just give me a thumbs up. So I mentioned about the Apple store, and then the chemical sanitizer, right? Witch hazel, rose-flavored witch hazel that I shared with the people at the door. And what I would do, I would go inside first, have a little talk, because they have somebody, manning the door. You're not allowed in until you have a chat with them. Okay, thanks, Maria. So I would have a little chat with the person at the door, and then I would go, it's a hard day, ladies, trying on shoes and clothes. But anyway, then I would go and do whatever I needed to do if I purchased something or had a chat with the people in the change rooms. It gave me a chance to speak with the ladies there. And then as I was purchasing or leaving the change room, I would leave those two pieces that I showed you, the two cards, and I would say there's some mask safety facts that the lady on the door was questioning me about when I came in, so I told her I would leave it here for her. So here's a mask exemption card for her and the information. So that way, by leaving it with the cash register, you get 2 for 1. 2 people have seen the information, and because I've suggested that the lady on the door wants it, of course, the lady I've given it to on the cash is going to have a look at it. So I don't know, that was my Jehovah Witness strategy for today. And what else did I want to make sure? I said, but it is quite sad. This video will be short because my arm's getting tired holding up my phone. It is sad because there's businesses closing out, and there's a lot of businesses with like 50, 60, 70% off. So great to be a shopper out, at least 50% off in every store that I visited. But it really indicates and it gives us some serious considerations about our economy. So I would encourage you to come out, without your mask. You could print a mask exemption. You don't need the card. So people didn't ask me for the card. I just said I can't wear a mask, and they were allowing me in. I gave them the card just for their own information purposes. So let's see. Thanks, Gail, for watching. Thanks, Jade. They're still doing temperature checks. Yeah, I just mentioned that. They tried to kind of hit me in the pineal gland with the temperature reading, but I refused and asked if there was another way. I was already refusing the mask, and I, had a bit of challenge with it. 3 different security people at the door. So I just kindly, and I really did need a screen protector for my phone, so I asked if there was another way they could take my temperature, and again discuss with them that the temperature really doesn't indicate anything. It could indicate health, right? Because if your body temperature is increased, it could mean that you're healthy, or you've been running around from store to store. So yeah, thanks Jade for that. Thanks Ian. Boycott Apple. Well, I really like Apple products, but they have to kind of get with the program. So what I did with the people that were on the door, and I asked if they could share that information with their manager. The other thing I did with the people that didn't ask me for a mask, I kind of rewarded them in saying, thank you for not asking me about the mask. Some stores have given me a bit of hassle, but I appreciate your compassion and your humanity in this process. And if you can share this information with your head office, if there's a way that I could give you a recommendation for being kind of human and obliging and kind, let me know. Here's my website, and I've given them the healthtruth.blog that I wrote on the information I gave out. Mask Truths was the name of the article, and suggested that they email me if they would like me to give them a recommendation. So that way we're rewarding what we want, right? And we're discouraging what we don't. So by mentioning the Adiva Spa, maybe in Dartmouth Crossing, and the Cosmetology Association of Nova Scotia, perhaps they will take another look at the law and realize what they're asking people to do by forcing masks is actually illegal. So I don't know if there's any questions. Thank you, Nicola, for watching, and Suzanne. I think that was all of the information that I wanted to suggest. But I guess my take home from this is that our economy is suffering and the businesses are suffering. So what we can do is go shop without a mask, educate as you go. You can print off those mask exemptions. I'll flip it around so you can see the 2 pieces of information that I gave out today, and support our businesses. Give them an out, because the businesses are suffering. Like I said, we need to bring back our economy, take back our economy. So I think that was all that I wanted to suggest. The maskexemption.ca is the website you can look into. My blog is healthtruth.blog, and Mask Truths is, I actually posted today a whole new section. So if you've read that article before, I posted a whole new section just of resources about the testing procedure and about the foolishness of masks and how they're ineffective. So if you want to have a look again, even if you've looked at the article, you can scroll down again and just copy and paste the articles and references. And thank you, because people are so generous in sending me the information. So I'm just kind of putting it together. I do a little bit of my research myself, but we're a team, and the people who are home are sending me research, and it allows me to come out and share it with the public. So if you're not present at the Unmask events, on March to Unmask events in your city, this is a great way to make a public appearance and bring awareness to it. But if you're not the person to come out and to do that, then you can do other things. You can research, you can send emails to your MLA, Member of Legislative Assembly, to your MP, your Member of Parliament, and just educate them about the foolishness of this policy and how it is affecting our health, right? The Mask Truths, let me flip it around for a moment and show you that again. Here's, oh, by the way, everyone here in the shopping center has a mask. So I haven't seen one person not to have a mask, except maybe this little guy. But everybody's wearing a mask who comes in. So it's unreal to have aged people, who can hardly walk and are, having to wear masks. So everybody that comes in has a mask. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this information that I have here. So this was the information, as I said, I gave out today. If you want this PDF, I'm not sure where it came from. I think it was Hugs Over Masks. But if somebody can give me the reference, because I'd like to reference that. But it's a great little handout. And again, you can email me or I'll post it. So you can just copy and paste. And like I said, Vistaprint did this up for me. And they delivered it within a week. And then this is the out for the businesses. Like I said, I gave this to the businesses so they could see, and I posted my blog, masktruth.blog, in the article where all the information is, so you can have this. So if you haven't seen this before, I would challenge you first to talk to your health provider, your doctor, your dentist, your chiropractor, your nurse, whoever is taking care of your health, because health practitioners need to be sharing mask safety, health safety things with you. And if they're not, please ask them why. It could be that they're ignorant of that, or it could be that they are scared. So in either case, you asking them about it will help them to be free of their chains and fear. And again, the Mask website, this website that I mentioned before, maskexemption.ca, is where I got this and printed it out. So you can have some information on that. So if there's no questions, let me just turn it around again. I think I will sign out. And again, the take home for today is that our businesses are suffering, and we need you to go out, be brave, show the world that you're not going to be scared, right, by the boogeyman virus. People are wearing these masks and there's holes in the top and they're wrinkled and holes in the bottom. So, it's not, I think most people aren't believing that the masks actually help. They're just feeling too scared to do anything different. So you be the change, be the change that you want to see. Go out, be fearless, shop, buy your lipsticks and your, whatever, and don't wear a mask. Unless you want to. This is the thing with medical freedom. If you feel more comfortable wearing a mask, if you feel like the mask's going to protect you, by all means, do it. But don't do it just because somebody tells you, right? Use your critical mind and try to evaluate the situation. Oh, I just seen a family without a mask. It's encouraging. So I think that was all that I wanted to say to you today, but inviting you to reach for the stars, envision and achieve your personal best. And most of all, enjoy the journey. This is Dr. Dina Churchill signing out.